for managing performance supports continuous improvement. Well, then we're going to be doing feedback, right? And so we add these different functions in that we can now do. And does that support continuous improvement? Well, yes, it does, right? And you have plenty of websites that tell you that, okay? So when you're doing M5, copy the requirement, right? Assess how leadership matters. Okay, just copy that and put it into Google and search for it. Okay, and you're going to come up with some good stuff. All right. So if you do any type of step-by-step process, then you can say that the management approach supports that step-by-step process. If it's simple autocratic where we tell, well, that's not going to support anything, right? That doesn't work. All right. And so that's what you're going to talk about. So if in P6, you're saying we use a democratic leadership style, okay, well, then fine. Tell me how well that works. Assess it. Does it work? So you simply need to tell me about the leadership style, right, because that's what it says. When they say approach, they mean style, right? That's what that means. And so we have our style, and how does that support our process of continuous improvement? Okay. And this is mostly theoretical. Right? There may not, if you're doing Ford or Toyota, there's tons of information about that. Okay. If you're doing Vena Milk, there might be something. If you're doing Amazon, well, it doesn't support continuous improvement. All right. And the reason it doesn't support is because we have a high employee turnover. They don't worry about continuous improvement. They just replace you. Okay. It's the Amazon system, right? You're not improving. Oh, you're fired. We'll just replace you with somebody who will. Okay. And people get burnt out. Right. So for Amazon, it doesn't work at all. All right. For other companies, maybe Starbucks, it's not working, okay, because they have strikes and union organizers. So we can see that for Alibaba. I don't know what works at Alibaba. For Coca-Cola, okay, they're doing continuous improvement. They're, for the production lines, okay, they have QC and Six Sigma and probably Kaizen, okay. And you can just look that up, Coca-Cola and Kaizen. And what do they say? All right, they're going to say something. What do they do? So give your assessment. Does it work? It's really the question you're answering. Does it work? All right. And so when you look at this, you say, okay, does the democratic leadership style through this step-by-step procedure achieve continuous improvement? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. All right, and here's why. And that's all you have to do. Okay. And I'm sorry if I didn't explain that well enough in the class. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. What other questions do you have? The slides. In theory, both. Right? There has to be a citation in the slide. Where did you get the idea from? Okay, it's academic, right? You see on my slides, okay, teachers have an opt-out. They don't have to put citations, but I still put the link where I got it from, okay? But yeah, it's a weird thing about education. Teachers don't have to put the citations because they don't have to. It's educational purposes. But students must put the citations in the slide and in the document. And to be honest, I looked at the slides, but the slides should just be bullet points, right? You shouldn't have a lot of text in the slide. right? And so, yeah, look at your bullet points, but I'm more concerned with what you're saying in your document because, you know, when you're speaking, doing your presentation, you're not saying, and by the way, I got this from Maslow's book. No, you're not going to tell me that. You're not going to tell me citations when you're your presentation. So the only place I really have to look are slides and document, and I really focused on the document. I didn't fail anybody for lack of citations in their slides. So, slides, yes. Documents, must. Any more questions? Yes. And send me your drafts. Okay. But if you just make a change in a paragraph, let's wait and make a couple of changes before you send drafts. All right. So thank you all. All of the day. So thank you and goodbye.